Good morning students. Hope you all are doing well at home. Okay, today I am going to tell you about fill set around data. How you will use the tag fill set around data. Fill set means you can draw a box around the related elements. Okay, you can draw a box around a related element in the form. How a border with a caption can be drawn around your data. Now you see the coding here, how you have to write the coding for displaying the form where you can able to draw a box around the related element. As usual, you have to write HTML, then body, then you give the tag fill set, and again you are writing legend. Why we are writing legend? Because it is used to add a caption to a group of related data. Okay, and by using this fill set tag and legend tag, you can make your form much easier to understand for the user. Okay, by using this both the tag, you can make your form much easier to understand for the user. And legend, why we are using legend tag, is used to create a caption. Legend tag is used to create a caption for the field set and is used to add a caption to a group of related elements. Then form action, then blood group, input type, that is which is your blood group. For that you are writing input type. Text, why we are writing? Because there you have to insert the text. Size 3 means the size of the font should be 3. Then height, what is your height? So that's why again we have to write input type equal to text and double quote. What will be your height? That one you have to insert. That's why we are writing double quote. Then type equal to text, size equal to 3. That is height. Okay. Then form close, field data close, body is closed. So how the output will come? See, this is the output using field data. Can you see how you can draw a box around the related element? Whatever you type in the form, there is a box. Box is there, empty box is there. How you can draw a box around the related element. And legend we are using to create a caption for the field tag. Okay, so now come to the next. How you can send a mail from a form. We are filling the form and we are sending mail. Okay, so how you can send, how you can create a form which you can able to send. Okay, so this example demonstrates how an email can be sent from a form. As usual, HTML, then body, form action. The action, it has to go to which mail ID. That mail ID you have to write mail to. Here according to textbook it is written info@britannicaindia.com. Then method, why we are writing method? Because this mail should be post, so that's why method equal to post. Then ENCTYPE, it has written what? And type, why we are writing this and type equal to text /plain. What do you mean by enc type? Enc type means the attributes specify how form data should be encoded before sending it to the server. That means before sending to the server, how it should be encoded. That's why we are writing ENCTYPE, enc type. Then again H3, the form action. H3, this form sent to an email to Britannica India, then the heading is closed. Name BR, that you are writing to break the line. Then input type, what you want to input text, your name, then value, your name. As I have already told about the value. Okay, So for name, place, what are things you have to write again value equal to your name, size, the font size, how much you want, you can specify. Here 20 is given, according to your wish you can write. Then BR, again break up the line. Mail, you have to sending the mail should be written in the form next mail. See, you see this output, you can know. For name, what is the coding you are writing? Input type equal to text, inverted comma, then name equal to name should be written in inverted comma. Value equal to your name, inverted comma, and the size how much you want, 10, 20, inverted comma. Then again you have to write mail. Input type equal to text. Mail, again you have to put BR, then input type equal to text, then name. Again mail should be written in inverted comma, then value equal to your mail, then size equal to 20. Then come to comment. The same procedure, only the same coding you have to write. Comment. Input type equal to text, name equal to comment. How? Name equal to name equal to mail, name equal to comment. All these things should be written in inverted comma. Then come to send option. For send also you have to write input type equal to submit, value equal to send. Again the send should be written in inverted comma. Then input type equal to reset. If you want to reset it, so for that case you can write input type equal to reset, value equal to reset. Then close the form, close the body, then close the HTML. This is how the coding you can write. You can able to send email from a form. Okay. Now what do you mean by frames? FRAMES. What do you mean by frames? Frame is defined how to divide the window into frames. It will let you know how the display, how the window you can able to divide it. Okay, and using frame you can display multiple HTML document in a single browser window. Each HTML document is called a frame. Remember, each HTML document is called a frame, and each frame is independent of the other frame. That means one frame is not related to other, both are independent of the other frame. So how to use the frame tag? Okay, and always remember, frames they can be done in rows and columns. The frame set tag defines how a window can be divided into frame. Each frame set defined a set of rows or column. Frame, the important thing is it will tell you how to divide the window, and each frame set is divided into a set of rows or column, either rows or column, and the value of each row and column indicates the screen area that each row or column will occupy. Means either the row or column, the screen area that each row or column will occupy. The value of the row column indicates the screen area. The size of the row and column, if you want a small row, wider row, so it tell about the how it will occupy. The frame tag. What do you mean by frame tag? So if you want to display the out in the form, the frame, okay, frame means you want to divide the window into two types, into either row or in column. So you have to use frame tag. So in frame tag we have two options, that is vertical frame set and another is horizontal frame set. See, this is the vertical. Okay, see, form A, form B and frame C. Sorry, frame A, frame B and frame C. This is what? Vertical. And this is what? Horizontal. Vertical is known as your column. That is vertical series of line, that is known as your column, and horizontal, that is known as your row. Now how you will give the coding for this frame tag form? Okay, so let us see these examples. For vertical, how it is. The example given below shows how a vertical frame set with 3 different columns or section can be made. The first column is a set of 25%, the second is 50, and the third is 25. That means the size of first row and the third column is equal size, 25%, and the middle column is 50%. So you have to set the frame set. So frame set column, because this one we are doing vertical always column, and row means what? It is horizontal. So frame set column equal to 25%. See your textbook, 25%, comma 50%, then comma 25%. That means you are giving to the screen area that each column, how much will they occupy, the size of the column you are specifying. Then frame SRC, here it is written frame SRC equal to frame underscore a dot htm. So SRC means what? It is telling the URL, it's specifying the document URL which is used to display in the frame. Okay, and so that you can point to another website. So SRC equal to again frame b dot html, then SRC frame c dot html, because here we are giving 3 columns, that's why we are writing a dot htm, b dot htm, c dot htm. A is for first frame A, B is for second frame, and c dot htm for third frame. And why we are writing frame SCR? Because it is used to specify the document. Okay, the document of the URL. Then frame set is closed, then HTML is closed. This is how you can able to use the frame tag defining the HTML document. Now come to the horizontal. This is the horizontal, okay, the row. This horizontal also have different columns. The first row is set of 30%, the second row is set of 40%, and the third row is set of 30% height. Okay, see here, the first and the third, they have the same height, 30%, and the middle one, frame B, has 40%. So what is this one HTML code you have to write? You have to give the size, okay, that is frame set row. For vertical, how you was writing? Frame set column. But for horizontal, you have to write frame set rows equal to 30%, 40%, and 30%. Then frame SRC equal to frame underscore a dot html, htm. Then again the same thing, frame SRC equal to b dot htm. Then again frame SRC equal to frame underscore c dot htm. See this is the coding, the same coding only you have to give. First is a dot, then b dot, then c dot. Okay, why? Because we have here 3 rows. Then you close the frame, then you close the HTML. This is how you can set a horizontal frame set with different columns can be made. Okay, so now come to mixed. We have learned about vertical and horizontal. Now both the things should be in one frame, that is known as your mix. See here, frame A, it is horizontal, that is row, and frame B and C, it is vertical, that is column. So this mixed frame set will tell you the three sections can be made and how they can be set into rows and column. In vertical we learned only column, and in horizontal we learn only row, but in mixed frame here both the set is there, row as well as column. And what is the coding for is, see, frame set equal to row, that is 50% comma 50%, because here we have only single row. Okay, so that's why we have written row 50% comma 50%, the same size we have given. That frame src, that is frame underscore a dot html. And after that, now we have set column. We have here two column, one is 25%, one is 75%. See the wide, this is little small, but frame C is very wide. That's why the size has been given 25% and 75%. As we have two column, that's why we are writing frame underscore b dot htm, then frame underscore c dot htm. Then close the frame set, then close the frame set for rows as well as for column, then close the html. This is how the output you will get. Okay, this is known as your mixed frame set. And frame set is what? It defines how to divide the window into frames. Now come to the next one, that is showing two website in frame. In frame you can able to show two websites. See, here Google is there and here more one website is there, Britannica. In frame, how you will show two website? The example which is there in your textbook, you can take out page 70, shows that the first column is set of 25% and the second column is set of 75%. Okay, see, this Google is very small, it is set of very less percent, the size occupies is 25, and this one is Britannica, the size occupies is 75. So two websites are there in a one frame. So how to write the coding? Frame set column 25% and 75%. Frame src. Why we are writing src? Because it is used to specify the document URL which is used to display in the frame. Okay, so that it can able to point to another website, and you have to give the URL website, that is http://www.google.com. for Google you are writing. Okay, then now you want to give more one website, so you have to write the coding frame src equal to http://www.britannica.com. So two website you have to write down, then you close the frame. This is how you can able to display, you can able to show two website in one frame. Note, okay, the frame set column size value can also be set in pixel. Okay, you can able to set in pixel, like column, even you are writing 25% 75%, you can write column equal to 200 comma 500. That means the first column will specify 200 and the second column will specify 500, and one of the column can be set by remaining space, that column equal to 25%. Now come to the next one, that's the last topic. Frame set with node size equal to node size. How you can set the frame size? In a frame has visible border, the user can resize it by dragging the border. Okay, the border by dragging one can do increase the size, can small and do wide. Okay, resize. To prevent a user from doing this, you can add node size and equal to node size to the frame tag. So if the user can able to resize by dragging the borders, so instead of that, to prevent this one, you can able to put the north size equal to north size. So what is the coding? You can see in your textbook, frame set equal to row. How much cell size you want, you have given 50%, 50%. Then frame north size equal to north size, src frame underscore a dot html. So more than 50%, if you want to drag, the border cannot be done, because to prevent a user we are writing this thing. Then again frame set column we have written 25% and 75%. So more than 25% it can't go, more than 75% it can't go. For that, to prevent, we are writing frame north size equal to north size. North size should be written in inverted comma. src equal to frame underscore b dot htm. Frame north size equal to north size, arc frame underscore c, because a we have written for frame A and B we have written for from frame B, and where we have written C dot HTM, that is for frame C. After that, as usual, you have to close the frame set, again close the frame set and close the HTML. This is how you can able to give the frame set. Okay, the user can resize it by dragging the border. So to prevent from the user, they cannot able to drag, cannot able to resize the frame size. So you can able to give the north size. So hope student you have understood it. Again I will tell you also, if any doubt you can ask me in online class. We will discuss in our online class also about it. So hope you have understood. You just read the textbook coding, you see what the coding has been given, and you practice at home. If you have computer at home, please practice how to do. You know how to write HTML and how to create a form. You please try, learn and practice wherever how it is written. If you learn one coding, for the other all rest of the coding you can do easily. Okay student, hope you understood. Thank you students for listening to my online class. All of you take care, be safe at home. Bye. Have a nice day.